Real estate in the coastal area is a little bit different from a lending perspective than it is in some other areas of the state and even the country. We have different considerations. We have those large spinning storms that we don't even like to say the name of that occur from June to November. They can change how a closing happens. They could certainly change the insurance on a property. We're coastal South Carolina. If you're not in a 100-year floodplain, you're very likely in a 500-year floodplain. So it can affect what kind of insurance you need to carry and whether the bank requires it. And because we're coastal South Carolina, we have a lot of condominium associations. We call them horizontal property regimes. Lending on those is a little bit different than lending on single-family homes. And if you're working on a property, particularly the condominium properties, where there are a lot of rentals and we are a rental market, it's important that your lender understand the market, that they're familiar with the projects. It's unfortunate, but I've seen a lot of transactions where we get really close to closing and the lender, who's from another state and probably a very qualified lender, does great work, has to pull out because they simply didn't understand the challenges of dealing with what we sometimes call a condotel, which is a condominium project where all the units are owned, but so many of them are rented that it's similar to a hotel. That kind of disappointment with a buyer is something we want to avoid. So given the opportunity, I would encourage them, particularly if they're working in a condominium project, particularly with one with a lot of rentals, that they talk to a lender who's local. The real estate agents who are local and work in this area a lot are great resources for finding lenders. We're certainly willing to, we have a lot of partners we work with in the lending industry locally and are willing to help refer people to those. But all real estate is local. And if your lender doesn't understand the market, you may be setting yourself up for a disappointment. So I encourage people, make sure your lender understands the project, understands the development, understands what they're getting into.